I am so confused. What is it? Let's see. Recession, transition, recession, transition. Well, I guess it depends if we go with the historical context of a recession or if we go with the new definition. Historically, if we've had 2 consecutive negative GDPs in a row, it was identified as a recession. Well, I'm going with recession because that's just what happened. And my main reason, aside from that, is my pocketbook. How about you? So let's talk about a recession, San Diego style. What impact will it have on our real estate market? What kind of buyers and sellers are moving in San Diego right now? Everybody's noticed. Things got quieter here last month, right? People were adjusting to the new Fed rate increases, but now things are picking up again. Oh, and just yesterday, somebody asked again, are there foreclosures yet? Believe me, we're on that. And we'll be sure to keep you updated as things change. And you're going to want to get one of our San Diego moving guides down below in the description. Hey, welcome back to the channel. If you're here for the first time, I am Lenore Anderson. I'm one half of a father and daughter realtor team here in San Diego County. Between Dad and I, we have over 50 years combined experience and helped over 1,000 families with their dream of home ownership. Oh, and I helped my dad put on a buyer and foreclosure seminar monthly for 20 years here. So what does this all mean for you? We've seen recessions. We've weathered double-digit interest rates. It doesn't matter what this market brings. We know how to help people when it comes to the big decisions, buying and selling real estate. So now that it was officially announced last week, we're going to call it what it is. The U.S. economy is in a recession, and we know anytime that things start impacting your pocketbook, it grabs your attention. So kudos to you for educating yourself on what's going on. That way, you're able to make smart decisions when it comes to buying and selling. After all, you are investing in one of the biggest assets of your life. So, how's this recession gonna play out here? No bold predictions, no psychic stuff on our end, just the current facts and some historical experiences during past recessions. We've been keeping track on who's moving here, who's leaving, and what the housing supply versus demand looks like. So here's what we found. There's no doubt our hot housing market has cooled off. Rising interest rates and higher prices have contributed to this. Buyers are now finding themselves in the driver's seat. They're able to ask for things like price reductions and sales concessions for inspections and appraisals. Skilled realtors are needed more than ever, helping them negotiate the best price and terms for these families. Yeah, there is still a mass exodus from California. Facebook groups like Leaving California are going strong. Surprise, surprise. Membership grew by 300 people just over the weekend. If you are thinking of selling or if you need to sell, it seems you may have missed the peak, but don't fret. The housing slowdown is okay, especially if you're going to be moving to a less expensive area. Remember when I said earlier that sellers are working with buyer concessions? What this means is they're more willing to work with your contingencies, like selling your current place. That didn't happen over the last couple years. Yes, it may take a little bit longer to sell your current home, and you may not set the record sales price in your neighborhood. So maybe you make $400,000 on your place instead of $420,000, right? But when you're selling, you want a smooth, stress-free transaction, and more important, to actually be able to make the move. For a while there, many sellers were stuck in their homes. So right now is the perfect time for you. We get it. You want to be sure you're doing the right thing for your family. This is a big life-changing decision. Right now, you have more time to shop for your next home. You're not forced to squeeze everything into this little 15-day escrow period. There's less competition, less pressure, and stress. No hyper-fast sales. Making sure your buyer has enough time to do their due diligence and inspections, making sure that you have the right buyer for your place. Right now, sellers need the expertise of skilled and seasoned realtors. Skilled to guide them with correctly pricing their property, seasoned in marketing and negotiations for the best price and terms, Gone are those days of just throwing a listing on the MLS and waiting for multiple offers. Let's talk about supply and demand. San Diego has had a shortage of supply over the last couple years. With the onset of COVID, people were reluctant to have buyers coming into their homes. Now, we're seeing more inventory come to the marketplace. With the higher interest rates, we're seeing less qualified buyers though. So supply and demand is still a bit out of whack. I don't expect huge drops in values. However, in the past, we've seen about 10 to 15% dips. San Diego isn't recession proof. There are expansions and contractions. We've been through many since we moved here back in 1982. Dad and I spent a couple of hours yesterday and found that there are some notices of default. However, unlike in years gone by, most owners have equity. That means that there's less chance of them losing their home or it going to a state of foreclosure. Psst. Want to know a secret this time around? Fact is, the list of top 10 places in the country people are moving to, San Diego is number 7. And we can confirm that because in the last year or so, we've helped people move from San Francisco, Los Angeles, and New York, all places that are more expensive, making San Diego's home prices way more affordable than where they were coming from. They knew a good value when they saw it. I'm excited about the next video that we're working on, covering details about who and what recently announced that they're coming to San Diego. Some pretty smart folks mentioned that San Diego could be the next Silicon Valley. Hey, like most folks, we're transplants here too, moving here in the early 80s. Through the years, we've tracked how property values tend to double every 7 to 10 years here. Hey, you're making a wise investment in the San Diego market. Thanks for watching. Be sure to get your copy of a San Diego moving guide in the description down below. And don't be shy. The only way that we can help you is if you give us a call, an email, or a text. That way we can answer all your questions and help you get started with either buying or selling here in real estate Disneyland. I mean, San Diego.